Hello and welcome to tonight's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where I am delighted to tell you we are returning to the puzzles of James Sinclair today, an absolutely brilliant setter, and a puzzle called Pancho and Lefty, which I think is a reference to a Townes Van Sant song. And I'm pretty sure I know that song. I may even have played it back in the day on the guitar. I think it's viewed as one of the greatest country songs of all time. I might be wrong about that, but I think it is. Now, what I don't know is why this puzzle is called that. Is it something to do with the fact that the left-hand side of the grid is really packed? I can certainly see that there's a lot of grid furniture on the left-hand side. I'm not quite sure what a pancho is. I know what a poncho is. Is a pancho the same thing? It might be. Anyway, what I do know is that loads of you have recommended this puzzle to us. It's got a 99% approval rating on Logic Masters Germany, and apparently it is just a sensationally brilliant puzzle, as so many of James's are. Now, I can tell you, if you do enjoy James's puzzles, he does a weekly sort of, I'll describe it as a newsletter, but it's basically a pack of Sudokus that he's created. And you can get that at artisanalsudoku.com. So if you have a go at this and you enjoy it, go and check that out. It's well worth a visit. And this, I think, has got 3 stars out of 5 for difficulty over on Logic Masters. Now, do I have much news for you today? I really don't, actually. I'll tell you what I will say. If you do enjoy James's puzzles, then we also have an app of James's puzzles. One of our worm apps. It was made by James. It's very popular and very brilliant as well, so do have a look at that. Other than that, if you like the channel, please subscribe. If you really like us, you can support us over on Patreon for a couple of bucks a month, where there is a whole plethora, a host of extra content that we put over there. So it's well worth joining us. There's so many extra puzzles, Sudoku solves, etc. And the competition, of course, runs every month over there as well. Now, do I have anything else to say? Probably not. Why don't we have a look at the rules of Pancho and Lefty by James Sinclair? The rules are as follows. We've got normal Sudoku rules applying. So we've got to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Okay. It then says all clues are standard, but it does go on to explain what the clues are. So arrows, the sum of the digits along an arrow is equal to the digit in the connected circle, and these digits can repeat if allowed by other rules. So if that was a 4 and that was a 3, 4 plus 3 equals 7, and that's what we'd write into this circle. And actually those two would also have to add up to 7 as well. So hopefully that's clear. And then entropic lines, we've got along orange lines, every set of 3 adjacent cells contains one low digit, a 1, 2 or a 3, one middle digit, a 4, 5 or a 6, and one high digit, a 7, 8 or a 9. That's every set of 3 cells. So what you can see from that, I mean, hopefully this doesn't count as solving. I'm sure most of you realise this already, but what that means is in this set of 3 cells, you'd need to have a blue digit. If blue was 7, 8 or 9, then for those 3 would also need to have a 7, 8 or a 9 in them, and that would have to be here. And then this set of digits needs to have a purple, so that would have to be a purple, etc. So you get this sort of every run of 3, the pattern repeats type effect along the orange lines. And then digits in cells with a shaded square are even. So can I double click? Yeah. So these cells have to be 2, 4, 6 or 8. And they are all the rules. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now I get to play. Let's get cracking. Now, I don't know, obviously, how to solve this. But I do know where I want to devote my attention. And that is to this left-hand side of the grid, because it looks to me at first blush like James has created a puzzle sort of to the left-hand side of that line, and then used the right-hand side to sort of, you know, make the puzzle unique. And this might turn out to be absolute rubbish, but it's so symmetrical, this left-hand side. You've sort of got the arrow here, which is the same as this arrow. You've got a bent entropic line, a bent entropic line. You've got a 3-cell arrow there. You've got this sort of, it's almost a quincunxy pattern in the middle of the grid here. Oh, actually, no, this arrow is not, that's not mimicked, because this arrow is straight down and this one isn't obviously straight up 2 cells. So there is a slight break in the symmetry there, and there's a break in the symmetry because of this square. But other than that, it's all terribly symmetrical. But I don't really know. I don't really know what to do with that, if I'm honest. No, I mean, four different arrow cells. Oh, it's not 9, is it? Is it 9s? 9 is not even. No, I mean 9 is in one of those. You can never put 9 on an arrow, because obviously once you add another digit to the 9, the circle will be at least 10, and we can't put 10s into the Sudoku. So 9 is not in these cells, it's not in these cells. It's not in those cells. No, I don't see anything there. Now, I can see that we've got 3 different entropies on this line. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at this, because that is interesting. When I say 3 different entropies, what I actually meant to say was 3 different entropies in circles on that line. Because if you sort of think about it, this entropy is repeating here. This entropy doesn't repeat at all, and that entropy is repeating there. So you've got circles here, one of which has to be low. Oh yeah, that's lovely. Right, this is important. So what we're going to do, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to shade. So I'm going to call green, I'm not saying that the digit that's in this cell goes here. I'm just saying the entropy of this cell goes here, because every 3 cells on this line has to have a green entropy. So say this was 1, 2, 3. These are going to be middle and high, and then in this 3-cell sequence we need to have a low entropy, which would have to be this one. So we'll call that one purple, and that needs to repeat 3 cells along the line again, and we'll call this one blue. Now, you can see you've got 3 different colours in the circles. So one of these has to be capable of being a 1, 2 or a 3. And what I can see there is that these 2, green and purple, cannot be 1, 2, well, or they can't even be 3. And you may say, oh, they can, because if this was 3, this could be a 1, 2 pair. You're right, that is possible, but it doesn't work. Because where are you putting the low entropy digit that must appear in that 3-cell sequence? And the answer is it couldn't exist. There cannot be, because 1, 2 and 3 have all gone. And the logic is symmetrical, so this cell can't be a 3. So that means this cell is low entropy, and I think it has to be 3, doesn't it? It certainly can't be 1, because we're adding up. No, it can't be 2. It can't be 2, because although you could make one of the arrows work with a double 1, how would you make the other arrow work? If this is double 1, this is at least double 2, and that's going to make this total too high. So this is a 3, and these are a 1, 2 pair, and these are a 1, 2 pair. That's very, very nice already. And now, what's that arrow? That arrow, it can't be, neither of these cells can be 1, 2 or 3. So it must be a 4, 5 arrow adding up to 9. And that's a 9, because we've got this sort of repeated digit. You can't put 9 on an arrow up here, so this is a 9. Oh, this is fabulous. Yeah, okay, where is 9 in row 5 is a reasonable question. It can't be in these 3, and it can never be on an arrow, so 9's got to go here. So 9 is in one of these 2 cells. It's almost locked onto the purple, which would make this a 7, 8 or a 9. But it could perhaps be here. I'm wondering, James is certainly not immune to colouring. I'm wondering whether I'm meant to colour, because I know these are different. Actually, I'm going to do it. What colour should we choose? Let's make it wasp coloured. So we'll have a black digit must be here. This must be a yellow digit. Oh, no, that was a fool's. I'm sorry, that hasn't done anything. I mean, these digits, if they were low entropy, they'd have to be 3s. Because obviously they see 1 and 2, because these are different. Oh dear, I don't know what to do now. It was going so well. Gosh, I really actually don't know where to look. So I know one of these is middly and one of these is high. I'm sorry, I haven't got anything. What's going on? How do we make more progress here? What's the middle row? 1, 2, 6, 7, 8. I don't know what these are, do I? What? No, 1, 2, 6, 7 and 8. All 3 entropies are present there. 1 and 2 from low entropies, 6 from middle entropies, 7 and 8 from high entropies. Oh, I'm sorry, I've stopped talking because I know there's going to be something very obvious here. I just have to spot it, and I haven't spotted it. And that is tremendously terrible. Where's 3 in column 1? Is that a good question? Yes. Nearly. Oh. It's quite interesting. Where's 3 in column 1? And for similar reasons for these cells not being able to be 3, because if this was 3, this would be a 1-2 pair, and this entropy line couldn't have a low digit on it. That digit can't be a 3 in the corner. That digit can't be a 3 in the corner. So 3 in column 1 is in one of those 2 cells. And that is interesting, isn't it? Because that means that one of these is definite. In fact, only one of those is low entropy then. One of them must be low entropy because one of them's a 3. And what that's going to do is, if you look at these little bent lines, the low entropy must repeat 3 cells later, which is one of these. And we know that these cells can't be 1s and 2s, so they have to be low entropy. They have to be. So there's a 3 in one of these, and there's a 3 in one of those. So that is doing something. I know that's doing something. I just have to work out what. So if that was double 3, 3 would be in one of those cells. If this was double 3, no, that doesn't. I don't think that's it either. Okay. Here's a point that might be relevant. That digit is enormous. What do I mean by enormous? Well, I mean, it cannot be low. And the reason it can't be low is, imagine this was a low digit. I mean, from a Sudoku, it could very much be a low digit. In this row, remember, we needed 1, 2, 6, 7, and 8. Now, if this is low, I've got to put it in column 1 somewhere. And it's too low to be in an arrow circle, so we can take out all those. And it can't possibly be in one of these entropy sets, because then it's going to repeat the low entropy into... So let me just show you. If this is double 3 and then we try and make that 2, where can we put 2 in column 1? We have to put it here, but it can't go here because that implies this digit can be low entropy, and it was going to see 3 and it's going to see 1 and 2. That cannot be right, can it? So what we're going to instead argue is that this digit is enormous, so it's 6, 7 or 8. Now actually that can't be 8, because if it was 8, this would be a 9, and that seems to be stopped by this arrow tip. So that is 6 or 7, and this, okay, this is great, this is it, because now, whatever this is, in fact it's got to be a very small digit, but whatever it is, pink is high. It's from 7, 8, oh, it's actually a 7 or an 8, it can't be 9. So this is 1 or 2. Oh, and look at this, that's the black version of 1 or 2, so one of those is a black digit. Now, let me just think about this. So now we know that the purple is high, don't we? So this is 7, 8, 9. This is 4, 5, 6. This is 4, 5, 6. So this arrow and this arrow are really restricted. So yeah, so there is a yellow on here because we can't get 3 and we can't get the black 1 or 2 digit, and yet it's got to add up to a middly digit, so it must have yellow on it. It's got to be yellow and a middly digit. So that is the green. So this is yellow and green, and therefore this can't be 4. So one of these is a 4 or a 5, and the other is a 1 or a 2. And I'm sure that does something. I don't know what yet, but I think it's going to do something. Oh, I don't know actually. Let's just consider this for a second or two. Maybe there's some way I know that this is... I haven't got this. Bobbins, come on, Simon. I can't see it. Oh, I see. I've got a 4, 5... Ah, that's better. Right, it's Sudoku, of course. If in doubt, try Sudoku. Right, that's yellow now because it sees a 4, 5. So this is green and must be a middly. So we've got 2 middlies now. We might have 3 if that was a 6. If all of those were middly, these would both be high. Yellow is in one of those 3 cells, look, by Sudoku. So if either of these were low, then the other one couldn't be next to it on the entropic line. Okay. And does this have to have a black digit on it? It probably does. Although maybe it can have 3 on it. Aha. Because we don't know where the 3s go. Well, okay, how do we do this then? So I feel like it's all about column 1, and I can't quite see how to unravel this. Okay, this is 5 or 6. And I know one of these is low. So all the lows have gone, haven't they, from the column? Once we take into account the 3 that's in one of those two positions, I've got one middly to come. I've got one middly to come, and I've got 2 high digits to come. I mean, it's very tempting to think these have to both be high. But I'm not sure that's true. Bother. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if this is obvious to everybody. It probably is obvious. It probably is obvious, and I can't see why. Okay, can we rule out? Can we rule out 2 middlies here? Does that put too much pressure on the world? The most they could add up to, if this was middly, this would be a 5-6 pair at most, which adds up to 11. Now that wouldn't work, would it? Ah, that's lovely. Yeah, okay. So I can prove that one's high. And the reason that these two can't be middly is that the combination of them would add to a maximum of 11, which means these 4 cells add up to a maximum of 11. Now, the only way of making numbers like 10 and 11 with 4 cells in Sudoku is to use the numbers 1, 2, and 3 and to add a 4 or a 5 to them. And that won't work, because if we hypothecate 1, 2, and 3 to these arrows, where are we putting the low digit that must appear in this 3-cell entropy string? That won't work, will it? So this is a high digit, and that's a 7, 8, or a 9. Now, now, has that helped us significantly? It probably has. I don't know. I feel like it probably has, but I still can't quite see it. Right. Okay, let's think more carefully about these arrows then. Each of these arrows must have a low digit on it. Yeah, that's interesting. Oh, that's nearly very, very powerful, actually. Certainly this one. When I say a low digit, I mean a low entropy digit, a 1, 2, or a 3. Now, because how could they not? Actually, that one... No, they can't not. Because the only way this one doesn't have a low digit on it is if it's a 4-5 pair, if they're both middly. But if they're both middly, this is middly as well, and you can't put a middly digit on the entropy line. So they can't both be middly, so one of these has to be low entropy, one of these has to be low entropy, and one of these has to be low entropy. So each sort of horizontal string in this box contains one low entropy digit. And that means this one has a green digit on it. It must do, mustn't it? It must, because it can't have a high digit and add up to a middly digit. So this is a high digit and a low digit. But the low digit is either the black digit or the 3. I don't... Well, if it was the 3, it would have to go there. No, it can't be the 3. It can't be the 3. Because... if it was the 3 and we add it to a middly digit, we get at least 7, and that is not a 7. So this is very specifically a black digit and a green digit. So this is a 1, 2, and then a 4 or a 5. I mean, that feels important, doesn't it? And then this arrow, so this is even more interesting for this arrow now, which has a weird profile, because I've now used 2 middly digits in this box. I can't put a middly on here, because if I did, I couldn't put a middly on this triple, so I have to put a high on here, along with a low, because obviously you can't combine a high and a middly and only arrive at a high. So this one has got an actual low as well, isn't it? We can't add 3 to that. 3 plus 7 is 10. That's too big. So right. So this is 7 or 8 plus 1 or 2 to give 8 or 9. And that's done it. So it's that square that does it. That's bizarre. Right, so now look at box 1 more carefully. I have not put 3 into it. And by Sudoku I now can. Because it can't go there by Sudoku, and 3 is not even. So it goes there. And that means it repeats its entropy 3 cells later, which means that's 3. So this is the blue pair. These are not blue. It cannot be 3. And now, I don't know if I know the order of these, but surely we can do, well, we can do Sudoku a bit. There's a 3 up there. There's a 3 down here. And oh dear, now what's that doing? I don't know. What? Oh no, so that's weird. It might be this. I might be able to do stuff with this, but I've actually noticed something with that, so I'm going to go over there. Yeah, this must be what we're meant to do, because this domino on this entropic line, let's look at what it can have on it. It can't have a low entropy digit. It can't have 3, it can't have yellow, and it can't have black. So these digits are 1 middly and 1 high, which are green and purple, aren't they? And that means that for this 3-cell string to have a low entropy digit on it, it must be this digit, and it's got to be the black digit. So that is a 1 or a 2. And now this digit needs to repeat the low entropy here. Now that can't be, that might be able to be 3, maybe. So it's either a 3, it's a 1, 2 or a 3. I'm probably meant to know which. This therefore can't be the black digit because we can't repeat the entropy. 1, 2, this has to be lower. Hang on. Oh, I didn't realise this. This line, actually, this entropy repeats 3 times on it. So this is also low entropy. And that's actually, there we go. There you go. It can't be the 1 or the 2. So that's 3. It's green. Oh, no 3s in the corner today, I'm afraid. That has ruled that well and truly out. This now must be yellow. These are not yellow. Now, it's very unlikely that that's a 3, because that would be a 1, 2 pair. No, let's not do that though. But let's do Sudoku on the black digit. It's a 1 or a 2, so it can't go in this cell, because these two couldn't sum up to only 2, for example. So it's in one of those 2 cells, and that means we can ask where the black digit goes in column 8, look. It can't be here, or here, or here, so it's in one of 2 places. If it was there, it would have to be 2. I suppose it's more likely that it's on the arrow, isn't it? Okay, but do we know that's high, so that's purple. So I need 1 more purple entropy in this row. It's got to be there. So that's 7, 8 or 9, and it's not 9. So there's a 7 or an 8 on this line. And 1 of 4, 5 and 6. Oh, of course. We still can't repeat low entropy here either. So this is totally fixed. That's low entropy. That's low entropy. That's... So this is a 1 or a 2. This is a 1 or a 2. Yellow is in one of those. So it could be that's a 3. If that's yellow. Yellow is in one of those. And these are 1 middly and 1 high. Wait a second, that doesn't feel like it's remotely possible. That's huge. Oh, I see. Oh, it's beautiful. That's, yeah, this is beautiful. Good grief. Right. These two digits by entropy have to include a middly. What's that? It's not 4 or 5, so there must be a 6 on here. And that makes that a 7. Which makes this a 6-8 pair. And that being a 7... Oh, this can't add up to 9 because of this. So black has become a 1. This is an 8. That's a 9 in the corner. So the black digit, wherever we see it, is a 1. I don't really dare. So the yellow digit is a 2. Wherever we see that, that's a 2. That's huge. That has to be 4 then, doesn't it, to only add up to 6. This now doesn't have 2 on it, so this is a 1-5 pair. Now this, what about that column? 1, 2, 3, 5, 5, 7 at the bottom, I'm going to claim. This digit is not 7 anymore. That digit is not 4 anymore. And we know that yellow is 2, so this is a 2-7 pair, adding up to 9, and these squares are 4 and 8. Oh, and they're both even, so I don't get... That's weird. Oh, so that square, literally its job was to pinpoint the 3. That's what its job was, because it's not serving a purpose now for disambiguating these evens. Now, okay, there has to be a middly here. We now know that's a 4. So it's 4, 7, 8, this line. Depending on what that one is. And there's a 2 down here. Oh, I see. Right, this 8 arrow now can't be 1, 7, and it can't be 3, 5, because there's a 5 down here in the box, so it must be 2, 6, which somehow is not resolved, but that is 2, 6, so this isn't 2 anymore. So if this was 5 in the corner, this would be a 1, 4 pair. That might be possible. If it's 7, it's a 3, 4 pair, so I think there's always a 4 on this arrow, which doesn't seem to be doing very much. Let's double... Oh, 9. Where's 9 in box 2? That's placeable. So there's a 2, 9 pair now in box 8. Let's double click 9s again. Right. Where's 9 in box 7? I don't know the answer to that, but it's hugely important. It can't go on the arrow, so it has to go on the entropy line, and then you can't repeat high entropy in this section, so that has to be 5. So 7's on the arrow. This is a 3, 4 pair. Now these digits are now known. They are 1 and 9. So this is a 2. That's a 9. Let's make sure we correct our colouring so that we're good to go there. 2 is in one of 2 places in the bottom row. And surely we can do... Oh, 1! 1 is the black digit. So this isn't the black digit anymore. This is the black digit. That's a 1. probably... Oh no, all the ones aren't finished. That's not true at all. These 2 digits are consecutive. That's a consequence of this being a 1. That probably doesn't matter, but I just noticed it. This is even. Oh, it's got lots of options. 4, 6, or 8. Okay, don't know what to do. I'm stuck. How do we get unstuck here? 3. A little. Yes. Oh, that is a good thought. Where's 3 in box 9? I don't know, but it seems to have to be in this domino, and that means it's not there. So this has become the 3, and that's important because that's going to give us the nature of this arrow, which must now have 2 on it, which means this is a 2, and we can tidy up some yellowification. And oh no, still not. We've got this sort of X-wing of 2s left over here. Okay. 4, 8, 2, 7. Oh, I don't know. I can't see what to do. No, I really can't. What is it? Oh, 4. 4 is placed in this box. So this is not 4 anymore. Now, these 2 squares are 5 and 7. Now, does that matter? So there's a 7 in this domino. There is a 5 in this domino as well by Sudoku. And this is... I see. So this not being a 4 means that is the high entropy digit, which means this is the middle entropy digit, and that does have to be 4. So now I've got 4, 4, and a 4 in one of 3 places. Now let's see, can we put it on this arrow? We probably can. 4, 5 would totally work. 4 here. It can't have 4 in the circle because this would be a 3, and that doesn't work. Oh, and look, I've got a 4 here. Right, so it is 4 on the arrow. That adds up to 5. That means that's 7, that's 5, that's 5 by Sudoku. This column needs 6 and 8, which apparently isn't resolved. This entropy line needs a middley. So that digit is 5 or 6. Oh, and that's a middley. This one has to be 4. It actually sees 6 and it sees 5. I've got a 6, 8 pair here, so this is 3 and 7 to complete box 9. Right, so these squares must be the key. Yeah, where's 7 in box 1? It's got to be there. Therefore, this is 8. These squares here are a 6, 8 pair. We know the order from this 4, 8 pair. This digit's now gettable, isn't it? That's a 7 by Sudoku. It's probably this column, but let's keep going up here. We've got 4, 5, and 6. All the middlies. How weird. So that's... Okay, that's not 4. 5, 6, and 8 down here. So this is 6 or 8. 5, 6, 8 here. 6, 8 pair in a row. So this is 3 or 7. That's 3 or 7. Oh, we need something to just disambiguate this now. Where is it? It's probably Sudoku again. No. Well, 8 is in one of 2 places in box 5. What else do I need here? I need 3 and 6. Do we know anything about those? Not really. Okay, so which arrows have I not used? Oh, I don't know actually. Oh dear, that's bad. Oh no, 3 is in one of those 2 cells. Or it could be pencil marking this box. What do we know? We need, one of these is 5 or 6. And one of these is 8 or 9. Okay, do we know that order? Is that resolved somehow? Don't know. It probably is. There's definitely an 8 down there. What am I missing? Do I have to colour things? It's possible. I'm quite prepared to do it. I just want to see where... Oh, I know what it is. No, I do know what it is. It's this entropy line. Yeah, I've had a high here. So this can't be high again. So that's going to be a 6 and that's going to be an 8. Now that might do a little bit more. So we get 8 and 6 and 5. An 8 here. So that's a 6. And that's a 5. Right, has that done things? Hopefully. This, oh yeah, that 5's good. So that's a 5 now. And that's a 4. So that's a 4 and that's a 6. Okay. So that might have helped us out. 6 is now in one of these two cells. So I think these are fully pencil markable, aren't they? We've sort of, the digits that we've not placed in box 5, we've pencil marked all of them. So we're in this sort of arrangement. And our job is just going to be to figure out how this gets sorted out somehow. 3, 6, 8, 9 into the... So this is 6, 8 or 9. I don't see how we do it. And this is 5, 6 or 8. It's not 9 because of this. Oh, it's going to be some entry point somewhere that I just haven't seen and I've totally disregarded. Where is it? Or it could be Sudoku 3, 7, 8. Oh, 3, 6, 7. I don't know. I'm still not seeing it. You're all laughing at me now, aren't you? Oh, I mean, this would be terrible. Imagine if I can't finish it from here. That would be absolutely shocking. Is there something obvious? There almost certainly is. I'm not seeing it still. No! No! I know one of those is an 8. Do I? I don't think I care. Have I done the arrows everywhere I meant to have done them? That's possibly not what I probably haven't. Oh, you look here. That's a 3. And that's helping out. So this is going to unwind everything in these. There we go. Well, or maybe not. Yeah, I think it will work. So somehow this has become a 5, 6 pair now, which seems to make that 9 and that 8. And that makes that 9 and that 1 and that 1 and that 5 and that 5 and that 6 and that 6 and that 2 and that 2 and that 7. That is weird, but it's very welcome. So that's 3, and that's 6, that's 7. So that's 7, 7, 3, 3, 8. And there we go. We get to a finish. That is a beautiful puzzle. I mean, I've totally and utterly butchered the shading, haven't I? I meant to have all the 9s, 8s and 7s being purple. I meant to have all the 1s, 2s and 3s being, oh well, I made them a whole, actually I made them all different, so I better preserve that. Let's try and preserve that. So 1s were meant to be black digits, 2s were meant to be yellow, including that one, which is trying to get away. And then 4s, 5s and 6s, I don't think I did differentiate. They were all going to be green. And that is an absolutely revolting colour scheme. And oh my goodness, sorry, there's a load of stuff here. Congrats, you solved the puzzle. The solution code for this puzzle is fly. Once you've solved all 5 puzzles in the Artisanal Sudoku Volume 200 bonus pack, you can find a hidden 6th puzzle at this URL. Replace the question marks with the solution codes from the other puzzles. Good grief. So there's more to do here if you know well, you can go and find this pack and then find out what to do. That I would recommend, actually, because that puzzle was rather lovely, wasn't it? Do let me know in the comments how you got on with it. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind. Oh, and we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.